All right, let's go live right now. It's coming up on noontime. It's about 11:45, I guess. Oops. All right. Oopsie doopsie. There we go. All right. And we'll do a sound check in a moment. It is J Mike Live. I wasn't quite ready. What's going on there? I am not ready. Okay, here we go. Ready? The sound check's
If
not
you want
ready.
to just look busy, read books. If you want to
That's not good. All right. So I'm gonna turn that on. The sound check's
if
not
you want
ready.
to just look busy, read books.
All right. It's good to go. That was funny. There's always one little mistake at the beginning. There's no stream runner, and I was taking care of things. You could hear the rain and rumble of the clouds hitting the house just before I went live, but now it just calmed down for a second. Maybe it'll keep coming. I don't expect the rain to stop. Norma, did you watch the weather report? I didn't. Typhoon. All she knows is typhoon. It's so funny. It's so funny. But this is a real doozy. It's been raining all day yesterday and all night last night and now all day so far today. Just rain, 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 and then for it's this is like day 4, right? Day 3 or 4. But there was some breaks the day before yesterday. There was some breaks, but not too many. That's all I got for you. See ya. I'm crazy. I am crazy. It's Jeepney J here, guys, where we do a lot of walking short videos featuring jeepneys, some jeepney rides. I just released a jeepney ride. It's about a minute, 55 seconds. It's pretty cool. Take a look at that. It's my latest short. I just released it like 5 minutes ago, so check it. I should put the link there. What is wrong with me, honey? What's wrong with me? We'll go here. We'll go this way. All right. Let's go to shorts. Come on. Sometimes it hesitates. I don't know why. It's the internet. Here we go. All right. Get a shareable link. All right. Real quick. I always walk. I always walk you through my thoughts. That's crazy. There it is, right there. It'll pop up in a second. That's the short. I don't know if it's my best short. My best short has over 176,000 now, honey. Or right about there, anyway. But I shouldn't brag about that. There's no money. It's like $1 or $2. Unbelievable. You really need multi-millions of views to get money. I know a guy who had like 4 million views and no money. It's unbelievable. On one video, one short, 4 million views, no money. That's the way YouTube likes it. They don't want to pay anybody. They want you to pay for reach, which doesn't pay you back. It's ridiculous. So you can hear. Can you hear the rumble? There's no other sound in here except for the fan, but there's some serious rumble going on. Hope we don't lose internet. That would be funny, huh, Norma? if we lo- if we lost internet. It's unbelievable. So I've turned into a nut. I was always questionable, but now I'm crazy. It's the only way to be. The world is driving everyone crazy. So don't follow untruth, guys. Stick to the truth. I know what truth is. It's whatever I want. My feelings decide what's true. That's all the retards are running things, and they hate Trump. Uh, my hair's a mess. I didn't. I didn't shampoo today. I did nothing. So why don't they watch? Because they're not getting gossip. If I'm doing gossip, I'll get like 10, 15, 20 people. Let's do some gossip, guys. I'll punch that word gossip right in there. Gossip, gossip. what's the Tagalog word? Chismis. Chismis. Filipino words are coming more quickly to my head. I just have to know what they're when Filipinos are talking. I have to know exactly what they're saying, and so that requires good listening skills, which I still don't have. So plus they're speaking like mixes of languages. It's crazy. Even Visayan and Tagalog and Filipino. I don't even know what Filipino means, honey. It's an official language, but I don't know which one it is. Is it Taglish? Taglish. Oh. It's Saturday. Saturday is the biggest viewing day. Everyone's probably have their internet knocked out. Right, honey? Down in the populated parts. No internet. We're out. Not just low bat, but low. What are the, low load? No load. Either no load or it's just not working at all. I don't know. Ours is. At the moment, it's working. When it's working good. But you never know. You never know what they're gonna do. What's our internet? It's not Starlink. It's Huawei. Wait, I think who's our provider? Starlink or Huawei?
What?
For internet. It's not Huawei. It's Huawei. Just give us the hardware.
Internet?
Yeah. Who do you pay the bill to? She pays the bills. I just give her money. Come on over, get some money. Get money. Everyone, I hate the guys that do that. Talk about their money. I got money, you don't. Your life sucks. I'm living the 5-star lifestyle. It's crazy. It's crazy. My camera keeps moving. I don't know what it's doing. Cameraman's crazy. He won't do what you tell him. He's just following. He's making a star out of me. Normally I've completely lost it. I'm like bonkers. I'm off my rocker. Gotta change that title. J Mike is off his rocker. 56,000 watching now. I remember when we were doing the lives, the collaboration, the 4 of us up here, 4, 5, 6, all the way up to 10. A few years ago, you always had these newbies, like, I want to get 1 million subscribers and really go viral. Well, you need videos. Don't promise me videos. You can't promise video. I wasn't doing videos when I first started. It was just the live streams. I thought that's all I needed. You know, I'll just be a live superstar. But it takes a while. You get people are doing live streams all the time, and then they call themselves growing channels. Where does that come from? You're just doing live streams. You're not really. Yeah, come here if you want to grow, but if you give people watch hours, it doesn't help you. It doesn't help anybody. And giving them promising subscribers and watch time, it doesn't do anything. It sounds like fun, but it gets you a view or two to bring them in like that. But it doesn't really work. The big channels, it doesn't work that way. Ahmed Baldero, what's going on? Good health to you too, sir. Thank you very much. So I switched computers, and now I'm like, I'm off my thought process. It just threw me off. I don't know. Norma did it. I blame Norma. She said, turn the camera that way, and then I had to move the computers, and it just threw me off. Blame everything except myself. I'm off my rocker. Sometimes I watch the expat YouTubers like picking on each other. It's ridiculous. And even the guy that everyone likes the most, he doesn't. I don't know. He doesn't have very many subscribers, but they're all watching because they're afraid they're going to be next. And then someone said, "Well, the guy you think is really crazy, he's not like that in real life." I had no idea. I had no idea. But don't take someone else's word for it. You got to find out for yourself. We all see stuff differently. You know, you bring, like if it's Australia, right? You bring somebody that's rooting for Sydney playing against Melbourne, and you have a person from Sydney and a person from Melbourne watching with you. They both see a different game. They don't see the same thing. It's crazy. It is definitely crazy. They're not watching the same thing. He scored. That was great. No, that was lucky. It was a bad referee call. You know, that's like they see different things. Unbelievable. Oh, there's no theme to this except there's a typhoon. That's it. I don't. It's hard to get out there in the rain. They make the. If you see flooding, you know, traffic, it's good video, but it's hard to get out there, especially from here. I can't go across Manila right now in like 2 minutes. It doesn't work that way. You get stuck. Wherever you are, you're stuck. That's it. Oh, honey, I think everyone's cooking lunch. It's unbelievable. Where's my... Yeah, it's noontime here. It's coming up on 12 o'clock. All the people are making lunch and eating lunch. They don't want to watch. There must be something else on. What else could be on, Norma? I don't know. I don't know. What am I doing wrong here? Nothing. I'm doing it. Oh, I know. I'm not paying YouTube for views. I'm not paying YouTube for views. Let's click. Put that on live. Why doesn't that work? There we go. All right. Wait lang po. Wait lang po. Why does it do that? Dennis Salomon, you didn't pick me up yesterday. What's going on here? I was supposed to ride tag along. Maulan, yeah. Typhoon. It's dark, can you see? If it wasn't for this light, we wouldn't be able to see anything in here. There's no sun today. It was very bad right before I went live. It was very bad, so I thought I should just go live because there's a storm out there. So, but not happening. It got quiet here, but it's still pretty bad. It's been raining for days. It rained all day, all night, and then half the day today. And then for 2 days, it was like on and off rain. Before that, maulan na. Sobrang maulan na. Very, very rainy. Good morning. I'm driving Las Piñas. That's not near here. Let's look it up on the map. Where's the Google map? Google Maps. Las Piñas. I moved my computers. Now I'm not pressing the right buttons. It's down by Alabang, right? Oh, yeah. That would take me like 2 hours to get there. It's raining hard now. It would probably take 2 hours to get there. Way on the other side, or we're on the other side of Lake Laguna. That you got to go all the way around. That would take so long. Because we got to go north to go west to go south. It's crazy. It's like the lake is like a mountain. You can't go over it. There's no bridge across the lake. I heard they were building a bridge, right? And then I thought, that's going to be awesome because I'm at the spot in Binangonan where they're starting the on-ramp. And I thought, that's going to go over the lake. That's going to be awesome. That'll be a quick shot. But they're not doing that. It's going around. They're just rebuilding the road. Building new roads around the old ones on the ground. So probably will be raised up a little bit. It would be better, but still gonna, do a circle to get to Taguig in Alabang. Is it Alabang? It's Alabang, right? Not Alabang. Alabang. So, what was I gonna say? So my SD card's not it hasn't come yet, honey. They're delaying it. That means I'm not gonna get it. I'm tired of ordering. You can't order software online. It won't get delivered. They're stealing it. They can't. I don't know why they can't do it. It's a lie. There's so much lies going on. So many lies. So let's see. AdWords here. I'm good. Watching now. Thank you so much. We gotta get the whole family watching. Nosebleed. I don't know where that comes from. Nosebleed. Nosebleed. Salamat sa tulong mo. Salamat sa nunood sa lahat. Salamat sa nunood sa lahat. Right?
Salamat sa panonood nyo.
Salamat sa panonood nyo.
Yes.
I must be saying it very funny, right? Salamat sa panonood nyo. See, I'm having trouble with nyo. Nyo and nya. So I don't know what it is. It's a mental block. I'm mentally retarded. But I know the truth. Where is you're watching while you're driving? That's awesome. I figured out why I wasn't getting any internet out away from the house because my SD card in the phone. What do you call the card in the phone? That's the SD card, right? So I have a foreign card, so I had to switch the SIM card. I had to switch it to Filipino, and then everything worked. I couldn't. I didn't think I didn't think I was going to be able to do that because I didn't know how to switch the SD card. But I didn't think it would work, so I never tried it. It's like, but it works. It's weird. They charge me. Now I have free roaming and free data, but they charge me for some reason. They charge me for that. That's unbelievable. I can't get away from that American phone charge. It's too much money. Too much money. So what do I want to talk about? I haven't even started. We're just getting started, guys. Normal. She wants to go to sleep. She took some pills. I shouldn't. Is that rain? Is it? I think it's really raining hard out there. I mean, it's not a torrential downpour, but it's raining pretty steady. It's going down. We should watch videos. That's what we should watch. People see me on doing the Jeepney videos, and they always say, "Why don't you do one when you're riding?" Well, I always do. You just don't see those. I don't know why. We don't like them. We don't like. Wait a minute. We gotta get over there, honey, by Bacoor and Imus and Las Piñas. We gotta get over there. Alabang. Muntinlupa. Das Marinas. That's too far. Das Marinas. Cavite City. Yeah, we're gonna get down there. We gotta get down there. There's a Jollibee everywhere. I don't like that. I like the Jollibee burgers. But KFC chicken is a little bit better than Jollibee, I guess. It's something's missing with Jollibee chicken. I don't know why. Just a little bit missing something. I don't know what it is. Typhoon syllabus. I'm glad we don't have a roof leak, honey. That freaked me out when we got that leak in the kitchen. That wasn't from the roof. I think that was from the CR upstairs, the master CR. I think there was a buildup of just a little bit leaking at a time. It was just a buildup, and it broke through. There was a breakthrough. we need we need to we need to advertise, honey. We get to advertise. I can't do this without advertising. YouTube don't allow it. How much rain are we gonna get? The other unknown question is how many creepy guys are there that are expats coming from the West to live here or ex military to live here? How many of them are there? I'm guessing there's like 200,000. You can't go out. Are you not in the store, Edward? The rain is the best time to go out, but it's the worst time. It's the worst time to travel because you can't go anywhere. Everything's stuck. Uh, everything's stuck anyway. So, but it's drive time. So, are you in the house or are you out in the store? I don't know. Come on down. Well, we still have electricity. We lost power the other day, and I went, "Oh, Norma, it's not even raining, and we lost power." That was a couple days ago, right? And then as soon as I said that, it kicked back on. I'm like, "Why did that happen?" Angelina Daco, mega love shout out, Maulan, Maulan Nano, Salahat, yeah, Maulan, rainy day for everyone. Rainy day. So I got the curtains open so you can see the foliage. That is wind and rain right there, guys. It is really coming down. You can hear it. They can hear it on like hitting. There's a room upstairs, so the roof is not right over us, but we can still hear it. It's like loud. It's like a rush, like a waterfall. It makes noise all around the house. The animals are too scared to make noise, honey. They're quiet as anything. They're just watching the rain. When will this end? It's been days. We need it to stop so we can go out and pee. uh, the dog don't care. He's all wet. He's all wet. So, who's cooking? I'm hungry. Who's cooking? We ran out. All of our meat is frozen. Well, Norma didn't want to go out and cook. Neither did I. I used to cook a mean steak, Norma, but not anymore. There's too many good cooks here. That's why. Let them do it. I'm getting giddy again, honey. She's asleep. I'm squawking and she's sleeping. What the heck? You can't go out in the rain. Why not? No vehicle. The tricycle won't come. He'll get in the flood. Too far. It's too far. Let me see. What can I do today? I should stop and go live in a little while. That's what I should do. That's what I should do. Nick, is it raining where you are? What a stupid question. She doesn't live far. It's very close. Where exactly does she live? Does she live in Muzan?
In San Carlos.
Oh, that's a little ways away. Oh, that's way over by the hospital, right?
San Carlos tayo man.
Oh, that's Binangonan. Oh, I thought she lived in.
Binangonan.
I thought she was in Taytay. It's the other way. Okay. Whatever. I'll never. You could tell me where you are, and I won't find it. I used to have one of those GPS where you punch in the address and you hit the button to go. And I still couldn't find the place. I have nothing scripted today. I keep making that mistake. Nothing scripted. Why is that? I need to go. I need to go here and here. Give me one moment. That's a good one. Oh, it's longer than I thought. These ads are like the death of us all. The YouTube ads are the death of us all. Let's go present that. Share the screen. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, yeah, baby, yeah. I think I put the wrong video up. I put the old one up instead of the new one. Tell me I didn't do that. Yep. I put the old one instead of the new one. That's crazy. That's just crazy. I'm all discombobulated now. That was the old one. Thanks for coming in, guys. If you're watching now, we're just getting started. It's J Mike, the Jeepney Chronicle guy, where the shorts are mostly jeepneys and some Filipino scenes, and the long form videos are walking tour and some jeepneys. Because when we look at traffic, it's dominated by jeepneys. So that's why. And I love it because that's Filipino, authentically Filipino, the jeepneys. I love them. I go, today we get a short, the latest short is a jeepney. I'm riding a jeepney. I'm on it. That's me with the Paradise t-shirt. There it is right there. That's the latest jeepney video where I bumped my head. I always do that. But it's better than gossip. This is better than gossip, guys. Stay away from the gossip. They love it. They like just rolling someone on the bus and then they're just throwing punches. They think they're Muhammad Ali. I remember in the 70s, George Foreman was the most dangerous person in the world. The guy that does the Foreman Grill commercials, advertising. He's old now. Well, he's dead now, but he was getting old. Almost. He's about my age, give or take a couple of years. But he died recently, last year, I think. But he knocked everyone out and got a chance to fight Muhammad Ali and got knocked out. He won the first 7 rounds and then got knocked out by Ali. Like a couple of rounds later, the fight just turned around. And Foreman revealed what Ali whispered in his ear, like round 8. Is that all you got, George? Ali was something else. It looked like he was losing a lot of fights, and he would stagger and just like stick his hands out like he was blind. But he understood better than anyone how to fight. The only one who even comes close is Tyson. Mike Tyson. I think Tyson lost like 3 or 4 fights though. But he was undefeated for so long. I mean, he's 5'10", right? And he's fighting these giant guys, and he's getting inside them and killing them with uppercuts. It's unbelievable. Yes, I've been watching some boxing videos. Some of them old. I don't like the new ones. They might be okay, but I don't watch them. We like watching fights. We like watching Pacquiao and Tyson and Muhammad Ali. That's all I want to see. And then you get to see the guys that they were fighting. There was a guy, they made a movie about it. Mark Wahlberg, and the movie was called The Fighter. And it was in my town I was living in back in Massachusetts, Lowell, Massachusetts. And I met that guy. In real life, it wasn't like, it wasn't an arranged meeting or anything, or it wasn't a press conference. It was just, I was delivering pizza at the time. I delivered pizza for like 7 months, and I brought pizza to his house. And he answered the door, and he's like, he couldn't barely speak. He was punch drunk. Something is like no longer able to function. It was weird. But anyway, I knew that was him because I had delivered a couple of pizzas before that, but his mother and family answered the door, and he wasn't at the door. But then I finally met him. It's like, hey, what's going on? How are you? The real fighter, not Mark Wahlberg. I met Mark Wahlberg too. It wasn't like a formal meeting. They were using our hotel for a movie they were working on, and so they were having lunches and they stayed in the sleeping rooms. And I just bumped into him coming out of the men's room. Hey, what's going on, Mark? Hey. I don't bother celebrities too much, but I'll just say, hey, how are you? Because I'm unshakable. Unshakable. It's just as fun meeting my Filipino family. Because they get to hang out. Mark's working for big bucks. Every movie he makes, it's big bucks. And John Cena, they said he was in the movie too, but I didn't see him. I just saw... Who else did I see? There was 2. I can't remember the other one. I didn't even see the movie. I don't care. You know, when Mr. Beast makes a video, like there's 500 people that are employed, they're all watching the video within 24 hours. I guarantee it. That's unbelievable. And then they're, commenting and doing all this engagement. You know that's happening. He'll probably get 500 to 1,000 views in the first few minutes. By the end of the day, he's got 700,000 views. Every video. That's how you do it. It's just in Mr. Beast Incorporated. That's such a dumb name. It's like, it's the devil. It's the devil's signature. Oh, I better catch up with the chat. Oh, there's all kinds of people chatting now. Awesome. Good afternoon, everybody. Keep safe. It's raining. Have a rain. Have a rain. Tagay na Joe. Uncle. Yep. Oh, Jill Sandano's here? What? Hey, Jill. What's going on? I know her as Bang. I don't know why. Filipinos have all these nicknames that don't come from the name. It's funny. Good morning, everyone in the chat. All right, just like the last few times after a slow start, because I change the time I go live I'm changing the time all the time. That's why I'm trying to get the feel of this. We're trying to hit a nail on the head. Thank you for chatting, everyone. Whoever's here chatting. We There's no echo, right? I don't hear any echo. I can't figure out what happened in that last video. Everyone was echoing. And I don't know if it was me. I don't think it was me. Maybe it was. But I don't know why. Hey, yes, there's no echo. At least I don't hear it. It's rainy day. Alleluia? Does that say? Alleluia! Well, at some point it's like, there's too much rain, everything's wet. And it gets slippery too. It's like, I don't have any good footing when it's raining. Especially when it rains like this. Like, every step is a slip. I'm gonna break my back and my head and my hands and knees. I'm just gonna break everything. And I don't want that. I don't want that. No, I gotta get on a theme today. I don't know what the heck we're talking about. But it's better than gossip. I love you gossipers, but this is crazy. Especially if you're looking for, underage chicks for sex. That's asinine. That's criminal, actually. And you guys know, they don't even know who they are. I was gonna say you know who they are. Everyone knows who you are except yourself. Or you're 59 years old and your girlfriend's 21. That's a red flag right there too. Oh no, old man and young woman it's normal here. No, it's only normal for you. You and the other the whack jobs, sex fiends. I know who they are, Norma. They're guys that don't get normal girlfriends. That's who they are. They're always on a excursion. Well, I'm in Thailand. I'm in Africa. I'm in Spain. I'm in Vietnam. I'm in Cambodia. You're in all these countries because you're running away. And then you come back and it's like, I'm back to influence you. Check out my date list. It's long. Your date list. It's unbelievable. They spend their whole lives here and they don't know what's going on. They don't do videos about the Philippines. They do videos talking about Filipinas. It's like, what is up with that? What is up with that? You can see the rain. I'm looking in my windows from the camera angle. You can see the rain. The far one, not the close window. Not this window, but the one way over there. Mr. Art of War God Jay, I got the text message. What? Who sent you the text message? My wife? Mr. Art of War God. I don't know who that is. Let's go over to the YouTube side. Where is he? Wait lang po. Alright, I'll add you as a moderator, I guess. It doesn't do you any good to be a moderator. Oh, I know who it is. Is that your same channel? Wait, let's see. No. You get a new channel? Mr. Art of War, I didn't know you had a new channel. What happened to your other channel? Did they... Looks like my nose is red, but it's not. It's just all the red reflections from the curtains. It's weird. There's too much red in the picture. Yeah. Thanks for coming in. Is your old channel gone? Because I noticed your subscribers dropped. That's okay. Don't worry about that. That's not subscriber. I know a lot of people that buy like tens of thousands of subscribers, and they don't have any views because those subscribe when you buy subscribers, they don't really engage in your channel. And if you don't have videos, you're not going to get views anyway. He's got like a couple of videos with views. It's like weird. Well, they think that they're like I'm a growing channel. Oh, that makes me that makes me shake. I'm a growing channel. Also, you just added another channel. That's okay. That's good. I don't worry about that. You're not making money on YouTube, I don't, right? I post every day. I got subscribers because there wasn't anyone doing There were a couple of channels that had a couple of jeepney videos, but they were dead. They were like old. So I just decided to do it. Once I realized they were getting views, I was doing a lot of them. Some days I was putting up 5. But it gets old to walk around and do that. It's, because the little problem is that I'm getting old too. So, it's tiring. And if you want to do it right, and I figured out I was doing it all wrong, and now I'm trying to do it right. But there's a small dollar amount. You're spending more money on advertising and software and hardware equipment than you're receiving in pay. So I don't know how TikTok is paying you either, but that's okay. I thought I have to be on all the platforms: Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. What was the other one? WhatsApp. I wasn't really doing anything on WhatsApp, so it's kind of there's nothing there. So, but this is like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. So, I mean, I have some videos on TikTok, but it's not like YouTube. So I just do it for my health, to keep busy, give me something to think about. But if you look at my videos, you'll see a full description in there, the SEO, the search engine optimizer words, and a title that's also high click through. Because I use 2 channels to tell me what good titles to use based on what's in the video. So, and they do a good job. But you just need a wacky number of views to really consistently to make money on YouTube. And we haven't been able to do that yet for some reason. The channels with people, engineers and writers and editors working together, it's a bit easier for them. Because even if you know how to do everything, it's hard to be the person that's doing everything. Like, even my boss knows my job, but if he was doing my job, he wouldn't be able to do his job. So it wouldn't work. Crunch in his community. He only has like 5 friends. 5 or 6 friends. They stick together because all of them have only each other for friends. They're retarded. So I don't know why they're on you like that. Do you know if he owns a gun? Because he's probably a wimp. Trolls are usually just wimps. And I hear the way he talks. He just doesn't like anybody. He's got a distaste for everything. Like he's just a mocker. He just mocks everybody. I'm the best. You're nothing. And like he'll say that to anybody. It's like you don't want anything to do with those people. Complete racist troll. So that's the name of that tune. Complete racist troll. Idiot. The stupidest people are the ones that will tell you that they're the smartest person in the room. The smartest person in the room will never say that. They're too smart for that. Once you say that, you just destroyed every notion that you had. It's ridiculous. Facts. Yeah, I know. I get facts because I know the truth. See, the problem is these people don't even know the first truth. They don't realize they're following the devil. They're pleasing the devil. And they'll tell you the devil isn't real. Oh, he's not there. Yeah, so why are you following him? That's how stupid it is. You see, now you see the Grammy Awards, music awards on TV. They're all dressing up like the devil and the dark angels. It's like ridiculous. It's like they don't even hide it. It's stupid. Bob Dylan said it too, the famous rock star, the older guy from the '60s. Yeah, it's true. Jack Black said it too. It's true. It's all hard rock shit, guitar crap. So I'm the first one to tell you, yeah, he's a good guitar player, but he doesn't make music. It sounds. Some of it sounds gorgeous, but they're not really songs. It's like, how many songs does Pink Floyd have? They've got like 2 or 3 songs. I remember when, hey, teacher, leave those kids alone. When that came out, people thought that was just like a kid song. But now, 40 years later, 45 years later, oh, that's the best, greatest rock song in the history of the freaking world. Really? Hey, teacher, leave those kids alone. I forgot the name of the song. It's all satanic music, yeah. Hey, teacher, leave those kids alone. I should sing it, just for the fun of it. But I don't sit there, like, you read the comments, it's like, this is the greatest music ever. This is 45 years old. What are you talking about? Yeah, it's always, and they think like 300 years into the future, it's still going to be hit music. Yeah, tell that to your mom and dad. My music was supposed to always be loved, and now it stinks. Music is just catchy sounds, that's all it is. I was a DJ for like 20 years, so don't even give me that. I got on the kick where I would just mix the songs together, and then I realized how boring that was. It's like it was awesome to me because I'm listening to 2 things at the same time, trying to put it together. But then when I listen to the tape playback, it's like, oh, geez, I can't. That does no good. Oh no! So finally, I got some club nights, a couple of clubs, and I did a better job. It was awesome. It's awesome when everyone's dancing and then you mix it to another song and they scream. That's how you know it's good. The old school classic music was good. Old school. Well, that's only what old people say. Yes, I agree, but it's like old school basketball, NBA. The 80s were nobody today, the kids today, they're watching everything in HD, 4K. They don't go any further back than the career of LeBron James. And they think, the 80s didn't exist, or even the 90s. It didn't exist. Right? And then I've seen quite a few videos where, a young black guy is watching Larry Bird highlights. I'm like, what the hockey puck? This is unbelievable. Scored from behind the basket one time. Ref didn't know what to do, and I said, no, it doesn't count. Why not? It didn't hit the backboard. It was a swish. Nothing but net. They look at numbers. They look at all-time stats, and they say, wait a minute. He's not at the top of any list, right? But he's like in the top 5 of every list. When your fans see the greatest player of all time. Larry, I know a guy from Indiana. David's from Indiana. He's like, I hate Larry Bird. Yeah, because he brought us to the finals and then we didn't win. He sucks. It's like he got player of the year, coach of the year, executive of the year. They kept giving him awards because he didn't have enough awards. You win MVP in the NBA as a white guy 3 years in a row with 2 titles. You are unbelievable. You are unbelievable. if you've seen those highlights, he fakes passing between the guy's legs, and then he doesn't pass, and then he's taking an easy shot. Oh. One guy said, I was a rookie, Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller, all-time great. I think he's in the Hall of Fame. He said, when I was a rookie, I found out quickly, like in like the first 2 days, that the players like to show up an hour and a half before the game and warm up. He said, I had to show up an hour before that, or else I wasn't getting a chance to get many shots. I forget what he said. But he said, I came 2.5 hours early, but we were the visiting team, so I had to show them my ID to get in. And they said, oh, you're good, you got the Cleveland stuff, so we know you're playing tonight, so you go ahead, go in. He goes inside and he sees Larry Bird there warming up already. Only thing I'll say about Magic Johnson, not Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan. Well, Michael Jordan was Defensive Player of the Year and Offensive Player of the Year and leading scorer all in the same 3 years. And was a leading scorer for 10 years. And won 3 titles in a row, twice. He quit for 2 years to play baseball. I don't know why he did that. Just because of Bo Jackson, he wanted to be a two-sport guy. But Bo Jackson hit a home run in his first All-Star at-bat. Or was it a double? But he did hit a home run. That was Bo Jackson. I loved Bo Jackson. But he wasn't the greatest basketball player. He played football and baseball. My first wife got a picture of him. She wasn't in the picture, but there was some people that were she worked at a photo mat, and they were getting film developed because it was a high-end area of Boston, and she kept a copy of one of the Bo Jackson pictures when he was younger then, though. Well, that might have been the year that he made the All-Star team. It was like 84 or 85, right around there. No, it had to be 86. I think it was 86, right around there. So, yep, these guys are fantastic. Bo was a nice guy, Bo Jackson. And he has the fastest 40 time ever recorded, not named Bob Hayes. I don't know, might even been faster than Bob Hayes. I'm not sure about that. I'd have to look back at the numbers. But speed isn't always the same. Speed is relevant to what day it is. You're not always the same speed, and you don't always feel the same every day. You don't have the same energy, or whatever it is. Something might just maybe you just got hit and you can't turn on the jets right away. I remember playing hockey. People would say, "You're the fastest guy in the league." Not when I get hit in the balls, I'm not. I forgot my cup one day. And sure enough, right into the beginning of the game, I didn't know that they were getting hit all the time. But the puck hit me in the balls, and I'm like, oh, I can't run right now. Don't give it to me. Oh, it took I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes to get back to speed. But it's true. I know the truth. Speed isn't constant. If you have 100 feet to run, or 80 feet, or 60 feet, or whatever it is, your speed can be different at those different distances. Maybe it's a lot farther, maybe it's not. Or maybe the guy with more long-term speed, maybe he doesn't have the short-term speed, or maybe he does, who knows. But it's all 40 times, 40 yards. 40 yards is 120 feet. You don't see guys the quarterback throws the ball 40 yards in the air, and then the receiver gets it, and then he still has to run. Depending on where the play starts. you don't see balls caught 40 yards in the air. It's usually under 20 or 15, and then they run. I remember Patriots threw a little ball. It couldn't have been 10 yards away, but it's across the field, so the throw is farther, but it's only 10 yards downfield to Kyle Williams, and then he made a move, and then he broke away, and then the rest of the play was just running down the field. So there was a long play. It was like 50 something yards, or 60 yards, or whatever, 70. Big play. So, but the ball's not thrown that far. Oh, I don't know. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. So they don't know what I'm talking about. The Philippines doesn't know what I'm talking about. It's better than kickball. I don't like kick. I didn't even watch the World Cup. I saw 0% of kickball soccer in the World Cup. 0% of the World Cup I watched. Which means I didn't watch. I didn't watch World Cup. Oh, why? Soccer's boring. Every missed shot is a turnover. It's just every game is 2-1 or 1-0. There's no ties in World Cup where you got to keep playing. So it's just now to the players it's hard work, but to the viewers it's boring. It just looks. Not only does it look boring, but it's the score doesn't change. Go! That's why the famous guy that went go. He would like keep going until he's out of breath. Go! Because that was all the excitement in the day. That he knew it. There's no more excitement. Oh, they're in close now. Missed the net. It's the other team's ball. A missed shot is a turnover. And then the goalie gets to, grab the ball. Why? I can't grab the ball. Why does the goalie get to grab the ball? I don't know. I not know. I don't know. So, there's a fly in here. Get out of here. Go through the zapper. He was like right on the zapper, but he didn't go through the metal part. He was on the edge. And I'm like, he's gonna get zapped. I don't know why they make video games. Because kids are stupid. There's no strategy in soccer at all. Zero. As George Carlin said, it's not a sport. Just because you're an athlete doing something doesn't mean your game is a sport. You could argue with. It's an argument. It is an argument. Someone said, only Josh Allen can make those throws. And I went, Drake May can make every throw. And he didn't want to. I said, that's debatable. He said nobody else can do what Josh Allen can do. And I went, Drake May can make every throw. Who did? And I said, that's debatable. Because Drake May can make every throw. Oh, no, he can't. Why? Because 7 years ago, 8 years ago, you were told that Josh Allen is going to win a Super Bowl? Really? That's what guys think that the curve goes up for everybody at the same pace. So, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Jackson, Lamar Jackson, all these guys are going to get a Super Bowl victory. And it's going to come in order. And then Patrick Mahomes is going to get another one. Says who? That ain't going to happen. They already missed it. Because New England, kept coming back. That's why. So they think everyone else is going to do it too because they're all better than Brady. Brady didn't do it alone. I played soccer, but it wasn't organized soccer. It was just we had a lot of people playing, and it was competitive. I sprained both thumbs. 2 sprained thumbs. That never happened to me again. I sprained one thumb and I thought I can still play. I sprained another thumb. I was like, well, at least I'm not using my hands. But the ball gets kicked at your face. You're doing this, and then for some reason wasn't using my hands right. I should have been like that, but I was like this, and then they both kicks freaking sprained my hands. It's unbelievable. I'm like, oh shit. I can't do it. Yeah. No, they have all these guys like you're in hockey. They call it stick handling. In soccer, I think they call it foot handling. You see all their footwork. You know, it's like really why the game's only going to be 2-1. If you score, that'll be a miracle. No, he gets all their goals. Yeah, he scores every game. Yeah, really. Sometimes they lose 2-0. So it's just, and hockey's the same thing. You know, I played amateur hockey for years, but the scoring is a little higher in amateur hockey because the goalies aren't that good. Nobody wants to play goal. But we played the international champs once, twice. Actually, we played them twice. The international street hockey champs. I called it floor hockey. It was indoor. On a, they had the floor looked like it was made of Legos, but you know all the holes. So I guess moisture would fall through and it wouldn't create puddles. I don't remember the itching, but anyway, I'll never forget that I had two sprained thumbs for like a month. It's like this sucks. You can't do anything. You can't put your shoes on. You can't zip up your fly. You need your thumbs to zip up a fly. You can't do it with the other two fingers. I'm like, and I'm like using these two fingers, and I'm like this, and I'm like trying to grab it. It's like, oh, this is hard, because if I can only use my thumb. Can't tie your shoes. You can't zip up your fly. And forget about buttons. Oh, I don't know how long that went on. I was like young. I wasn't very old. I might have been like 17. I don't know. I forget. I forget how old I was. I made video games of soccer. Why? Based on the talent that I rate. All these games, it's just you're giving a talent level to every player. Like he can do this and that, and he can do this and that, and then they mix it up and press buttons, and then boom. The Bills beat the Ravens 40-32. It's like, really? Mike TV, welcome. Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Oh, based on somebody else's ratings. Players are different from week to week. Nobody knows, he's got a little bit of a sprained or pulled leg, but he's not out on the injured report, so he's playing. But they don't know that. The video game doesn't know that. Or he's got two sprained thumbs, but he's wide receiver one. Wide receiver, yeah, he's in there, so they got a better chance. Even though he's got two sprained ankles and two sprained thumbs, he's in the lineup, so they got a better chance to win. I am from Sydney, Australia, by the way, and I'm a friendly person as well. And can we be friends, please? Yes or no, Jay? Yeah, sure. As far as I can throw you. I'm friends with my wife, guys. Let's see. Let's take a look. Oh, I lost my mouse. Where is it? So, I gotta go over to the YouTube side. Oh, I see. Alright, I will add as mod. I don't care. I add everybody. I said to myself like a year ago, I don't need moderators. I'm just gonna let that go, and then people come in, give me your blue jacket, please. Why? No one's gonna subscribe to you. It's not because you're not a nice guy. It's because they don't care. But thanks. If it means getting me a thumbs up and a sub, I'll give you a jacket. I don't care. Thanks very much. All right. Thank you so much. Yeah. Because if you're up to no good, YouTube will just get rid of you. They know. They know who the good guys are. Now, Mr. Art of War, he's got a different thing going on. Stay away from the trolls. They're not friendly. They're not your friend. I always say if you don't have a picture on Google, you're not getting a jacket. Or if I go to your channel and you don't have any videos, you're not getting a jacket. Here, Jay, and everyone on here, and come and visit my own channel and all stay all blessed, please. Thanks. All right, there it is. Go follow that link. Mike TV Live. What do you got? I can't really go watch videos now, but well, let me go see. I will take a quick couple of seconds to go see. What are those outfits? Hi everyone, welcome to my own channel, and remember to like, share, reply, sub. Yeah, everyone knows that. Respect to me and with everyone, please. And I'd like to meet some new people and friends, and thanks. Hold on, let's try it. Go to ChatGPT and ask them to write that for you. They might word that a little less words is easy to look at. Less is more on when you're trying to get yourself noticed. When I was making thumbnails on videos like 2 years ago, I was doing all of my videos with no thumbnails, and then I said, oh, I gotta start doing thumbnails. So I had to get an editor, a few bucks, got an editor. And then I gotta get good pictures. And then I'm doing the text, and I'm just starting to learn what to do in that. So I'm putting all this writing over the pictures, and it was just too busy, and no one was clicking it. And it took me like a long time to figure that out. Holy toast. He's toast. The Holy Spirit, he's grieving the Holy Spirit, and the Holy Spirit doesn't like that. I've seen a lot of your pictures, your artwork. I've seen a lot of it. I'm not all over it, but I've seen enough, I guess. But he looks like Darth Vader. I didn't look at it too tightly, but on the first glance, because these pictures are small, so it just made me think of Darth Vader. The story of Star Wars, because my brother got all the CDs. There's like 11 of them, or 12. I don't even, there's so many. And it turns out he's the father of Luke Skywalker. It's unbelievable. The whole universe is just full of a family. That's a shocker. But the only thing about Star Wars, when planets just disappeared from explosions, it's like there's a world war, and then all of a sudden, okay, just press this button. Okay, that planet's blown up. It's all gone. There was no grieving over 8 billion lost lives. I've been told. I've been told that we don't really know what the world population is, that when you add up the population of the cities, you don't get 8 billion. I should see how. But there's a lot of population, there's a lot of little places that, they don't have large numbers to add up, but it does add up. We could be lied, because we're lied to. We've been lied to since the beginning of television, and half the world thinks that's bullshit. Half the world thinks that's not true. Well, think again, fools. You don't know nothing. I can only go to the conversations I have with my mother. We have video chats. So now, her camera doesn't work and I can't see it, but I can still hear the TV. It's like, nah. Stop telling me you don't watch TV. You've been watching it all your life. And you're freaking brainwashed. You and all the other Democrats. If you're still a Democrat, you're brainwashed. The Beastmaster movie. You know the Beast is Satan, right? It's the devil. Kung Fu. I used to like that. I used to watch that. Kung Fu. David Carradine. Yeah, I like that. Holy toast. You're French toast. That you're not saved, my friend. May God have mercy on your soul. When I say that, right, that's a prayer. That means you want God to save them so they don't go to hell. But when you say it to the people who are obviously going to hell, they despise that. They get pissed off. They're offended. You offended me. This is like 10 years ago, and I'm having a Facebook chat with my two or three of my sisters, a female cousin, some nieces. It was all girls, and I'm like, that's not true. This is true. You know, and going back and forth, and like, you're offending me. No, I didn't. I just told you the truth. I'm not offending you. You're offending me. And like, what did I say wrong? And I'm like examining myself. It's like, you know what? That's bullshit. I'm not offending them. They're fucked up. They're screwed up. All the women in my family are mentally retarded. I'm watching my own video, and I'm like, and I put on the closed captioning, and I went, there's been major improvements in the closed captioning. All of a sudden, it's almost perfect, except I use the word retard over a half dozen times, and they skip right over it. It's like I'm not saying retard or retarded. I'm not saying anything. It's like I said, like, they're so retarded, and I'm looking at the closed captioning, and it's like they're so, and then nothing. It's like ridiculous. So the world wants to pretend, the left wants to pretend, because they're the ones controlling the technology. They want to pretend that the truth isn't so. And that everything can be true based on feelings. Like love is love. No, love isn't love. Sex isn't love. That's what you're not talking about love, you're talking about sex. Fornication. So yeah, the word retard isn't in any of the chat engines. There's a lot of words. I'm sure the N-word's not there, but they can say it. Black guys can say it like until they run out of breath in their lungs. But when a white person says it, even if they're trying to be fun, like, you know, in a loving way, it's still not allowed, not allowed. And then they want to kill you. It's like, why? Where's the offense? Every type of person was a slave or a slave owner. Back in the beginning, the very beginning. And we're not even talking about black people. We're talking about Middle Easterners. Slaves would prefer to be a slave back then than to be out on their own, where they would most surely be killed. That was it. Kill or be killed. So the thing is, if you're a slave, you got a large flock, and you're safe. Do your job. The penalty for making a mistake was not death. We wouldn't even hear about that. But every type of person has been a slave. Not just, you know, African Americans. They're still slaves today. Slavery was ended, I think, 4 or 5 generations ago. It's like no one alive has been a slave or the child of a slave. No one alive. It shouldn't bother you. The N-word should not bother you, but when it does, you know that those people don't know the truth. Or the other thing now, white people owe us reparations. What about the 700,000 white people that died in Civil War? You know, in the 1860s. It's like, really? Or 1850s, I forget exactly what year it was. But, hundreds of thousands of people went to their graves fighting for your freedom. Oh, I hate America, but at least I'm free. I'm in America and I'm free. No, you're not. You can't say anything. They're still playing like everything is still true. Everything is, you know, the things we despised in the 1800s are still happening. That's what they're doing. And it's not even black. I mean, black people are caught in the middle of it, but it's really white people that are doing it. The globalist elites are doing it. Bill Gates and those people, and the World Economic Forum. They're making decisions to run our lives, and they're going to win because they're going to be the only ones left to be killed. I don't lie. I can't lie. The Lord won't let me lie. The Holy Spirit makes me sick when I lie. That's a secret. So I won't play on that too much. I make mistakes, but it's not willful. I don't plan it out to be a liar. I don't. Whoa, I know we're going longer than I thought. No, I'm trying to be. They've always been doing that. I'm 69. When I was 17, they were doing it. Because we had to take buses to get to school, to high school. And in my town, Cambridge, Massachusetts, there was a lot of black people. It was close in number. Might have been a few more white people than blacks, but it was pretty even. And that was the narrative back then. It's the same thing. It's always been the same. And growing up and coming through the years, I always thought it's got to end soon. This is ridiculous, and it never ended. So, and now I know it's because it's the plan all along, is to divide and conquer. Now when I see, especially television and movies, when I see black people in them, like, mixed with white people, it's like, okay, why are they doing this? The only way to be friends and work and play together is to have things in common. So if you don't, then you're naturally not going to be friends. That doesn't mean you're going to be enemies. It just means you won't be natural friends. But they want to make a big deal out of that. Oh, why not? Why can't? Let's force it. We'll force it. We'll, in every aspect of society, we gotta force that issue. Yeah, but you can't, like, what they're doing is they're forcing it. You can't do that. You gotta make opportunities that people both go to, Like, we're signing people up to play hoop. Hoop leagues over 40 in age basketball league, right? And then you and I show up to try make the tryouts. That's what you do. The NBA, that's what they do. Only the best. It's not 50-50, that's for sure. Well, equality means 50-50, right? That's what you can't force that. You can't say, okay, there's 1,000 people in the NBA, or, whatever it is, 800, 700. Half of them will be white and half of them will be black. We know the cities have the most people, so therefore they have the most people playing basketball. Basketball is a city game, even though it wasn't invented in the city. But the largest numbers of people play basketball, where you will have the largest number of competitors. Like, top end. The top talent will come from the cities, which would be predominantly black. Not because that's natural, it's because that's the way it is now. So when White Men Can't Jump, Woody Harrelson had to go to L.A. to a black neighborhood to see the competition. And because they were the ones playing basketball. So what can I say? White men can't jump. I'm like, he's right. We can. So I think when Woody Harrelson dunked, he probably had a springboard, to get up there and sticking out. Who knows? They can make anything look real in the movies if it's a short scene. I never did that. That would be fun though. You gotta be Dennis Johnson. He's black, but he was so white you could see his dark freckles on his face. And they said to him in the playoffs, they were in the finals, and they said to him, he was a Celtic, Boston Celtics, and they said, "How come you don't dunk much?" He goes, "Well, I can get above the rim. It's coming down, landing on your feet. That's the problem. That's why I don't dunk. Almost never dunked. I think he got up over the hoop just to drop it in to make sure it was 2 points. But he wasn't really a dunker. But he was 6'5". He could have. They had two starting guards, 6'5". White man can't jump. What makes you think I'm going to cut you? Oh, the knife. Rosie, was Rosie something? Rosie Parks? No, not Rosie Parks. I forget her name, but she was funny. What makes you think I'm going to cut you? Your fucking attitude and your knife. It took me so long to realize Puerto Rico is part of America. It's like, what are you doing here? Oh, I'm an American. I mean, it's like I knew it, but it never really occurred to me that that was true. Because I didn't put any thought to it. Here I'm going back to America now. We're in the Philippines. There's a typhoon going on, and we're talking about America. It's about 10 p.m. on the West Coast, I think, in America. So recapping over the last, I don't know, 10 minutes. They've always been trying to bring back racism. They need that to be the narrative to separate people. I always just wondered, why can we not agree on anything? Because we're all brainwashed. I always see videos and little snippets where black people are saying, "Oh, white people have screwed us over so many times for so many years," and then I see the same thing. I see white clips like, "If black people suck," it's like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Everybody sucks. It's not like that here. Norma's nieces, nephews, and cousins and sisters and brother have all, no, I'm their in-law. They're all my family too. And a lot of Filipinos look Puerto Rican or Hispanic because they come from the Spanish. So we were having a karaoke party. It was my nephew's birthday. And I saw some of his uncles singing and hanging around. And I thought, he looks Puerto Rican. I better not mess with him. Because I don't feel like fighting. He's one of my favorite people now. It's peaceful here. There's no stress. There's none of that fake media shit. Yeah, we did a video in Divisoria, and I was saying something trying to be funny, and it was just perfect because right when I said the magic words, he went like this, and it was just perfect. Yeah, you got to see it. And it was perfect timing, and he didn't know that because it just happened naturally. We didn't plan it, but he just popped his thumb up right when I finished saying something, and it was just funny, and I kept it in there. This was a while back, like over a year ago, maybe closer, almost 2 years now, I think. I went there twice, so I forget exactly. It might have been last year, a little more than a year ago. We've gone through so much here, and there's so much more. It's been raining for days and days. it gets depressing after a while. I don't mind the rain, but now it's just been raining for. It needs to stop. It's crazy. The animals are growing weary to get animals outside. They're getting weary of it. Norma said, why is it so quiet out there? I said, they're sleeping. uh, oh, that's a good thing. Yeah, let them sleep. I don't know what no agenda today. I got no theme. Just that it's raining. I don't know. But they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop the narrative over in the West about, racism and all this. There's other problems too, not just racism, but it doesn't exist. Oh, what's his name? He played in the movie. Oh God, John Denver, and he was the co-star. I can see his face, but his name's slipping me. It's at the tip of my tongue, but they were asking him in an interview, how are we going to stop racism? He said, stop talking about it. They don't want to listen. It's like, that's all they got to do is shut up about it, and it'll go away. Yeah, they have a thing called boodle, and if you can get a pig on a roast on a spit fire, to turn it over a fire, you can buy them cooked too. And then, lots of rice, lots of other meats, crab, chicken, whatever meat, fish. You can have. I've got a couple of videos from, I think, 24. I've got that in there, like boodle. It's called boodle, or a boodle fight. We were in Samar and we had one, and there was so much food there. I couldn't eat all that. There was beer, there was wine, there was rice galore, bananas, mangoes, cabbage, tomatoes. Probably even had eggs, lechon, the roasted pork, the pig. We had whole chickens like right on the pile. Drumsticks, leg quarters, fish. The fish was awesome. Lapu, all those tropical fish. They were like 8 to 10 kilos each. Because they just go out on the boat and get it in the morning, and then there's like all kinds of fish. Oh, that was the most food I've ever seen on one table. Filipinos love to eat. They love different kinds of food. I'm like, Norma, I'm not ready for too many different flavors all at once. Because then you get the cucumbers and the and the onions, and that was all in there. I was like, and then all the different vinegar sauces and dips. We don't do that every day, but once or twice a month, there's still a big party, and sometimes we're the host. But we've gone out to do it too. It's fun when you don't have to prepare. I'm going to show one of them. Let's see what I can get, because I got 4,100 videos that are still active, and I'm gonna go back to J Mike here. Give me a second. If I can. Oh, there we go. Let's show this one. There it is. I think that's as big as I can get it. Let's see if we can. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to put that on loop. Wait, if I can. So there's actually, I think there's two pigs there. No, there's hard to see what that is right there. Oh, those are fish. These are fish here. They are freaking huge. They're like 10 kilos, I think these two guys are right here. There's all kinds of food there, and there's the pig. That's a big pig right there. I don't know if you can see the mouse, but right up. I don't know where if anyone can see the mouse, but you just have to look at that. I'll be right back. It's been a week since you said tomorrow. I don't care if it's raining. I don't. Where's my mouse? Wrong mouse. I got two mouses here, and wait, wrong. No, where is it? Oh, here we go. Okay, so that's the most food I've ever seen on one table. But there was a lot of us there. There was at least 25 of us there. So I couldn't even count everybody. Wolf Dan, what's up? Thanks for stopping by. Thank you so much. So there's the boodle. I can run that. Get the wrong mouse again. That's the thing with. Where's the I don't know how to put it on repeat. I can't find the button to make that repeat, and I lost it. Wait a minute. I'm not backwards. Why am I looking left? Oh, I'm looking left to look at the camera. No, that's not the camera. That's the big TV. And then that's the camera over there. Okay, that makes sense. I forgot what side the camera was on. When you change things, it's like, I'm so used to the other way. It's like, I'm lost. I'm lost. So all the morons doing videos about how to get chicks in the Philippines, how to be a Westerner and retire here, or come here on vacation and get younger girls. 99% of all men have a younger girl. But they think, well, she's really young, so there's my blue pill right there. It's like, and they're all sick in the head. We're all doing well. Thanks, Wolfden, for stopping in. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, especially when you chat. You're engaged. Thank you so much. That's what we call engagement. But a lot of kids sign on. They're not logged in. They're just as a guest. They can't chat, and they can't give thumbs up, and they can't engage. They can watch, which is good if you're watching for 5 minutes. That's good. Thank you. If you've done that, thank you so much. Wolfgang, well, I'm trying to think of who he is. I forgot. We've been here so long, I can't remember. I don't have to make everybody a moderator, I guess. I don't know. It's such a pain in the ass. Right, Wolfden, you are now a moderator. Everyone's a moderator. We don't need too many. We don't need them. I've been going to some live streams for years, and I'm not a moderator, and I don't care. I don't care. I want people that Old guys getting those women. They're jerks. They don't. They think everyone loves them because they're retarded. That's the thing. You are retarded. I know one of them's watching. Maybe two. You're retarded. Honey, I need more coffee, but I just left the room. Honey, didn't we do a longer video with the boodle? Wasn't there like a long form video?
The what?
The boodle with the lechon in Sarmart. I thought we did a longer one, but I can't find it. Oh, I know why. I'm not looking hard enough. That's why. Oh, summer. Nope, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna go to my studio. Let's see if we can do that. Getting closer to 20,000. I didn't think it would take this long. I don't know where it is. View on YouTube. That I let AI do a picture. I let AI do a copy of my wife's picture, and it looks like honeycomb. I hate all these ads. That's the fish. Where is it? That was where the Buddha was, but
Tarambang Forest. These coconut trees are ridiculous. Look at all the motorcycles. Everyone drives a motorcycle. It's like they dominate the roads. So this will shake. Look at all the decorations. It's amazing. Picture, please.
Please.
Wait, I'm enjoying the video.
Okay.
This is crazy. I have to stop the video.
Mabilis niya.
Hinog na ba yan, kuya? Ayaw mo na, ay bakit pa? Oo, mo na lang.
I didn't remember meeting her.
Yes?
Hindi, pa yan.
Oh, this is jackfruit. Where's the bottle?
Against the light pala dyan. Dito, kaso dito yung light dyan. Okay, 1, 2, 3. One more. Okay.
And there's a baby chicken right there. That's the baby. Where's that egg? Where's the coconuts? What's going on, little buddy? Where are you?
Moving too much side to side.
Bye, guys. See you.
Trying too much.
Look at Norma posing, strike a pose. The coconut trees, fantastic, everywhere.
If you're living abroad and speak English fluently as your native language, are you actually doing work that you enjoy to sustain your life in Europe, Asia, Latin America? If you're doing work that pays the bills, maybe you're living on savings and you know you're capable of more but just haven't found the right opportunity yet, my business partner Laura and I built something specifically for people like us, and it's called the Empath Closing School. A few years ago, I discovered something that completely changed.
Okay, 1.
I can't find. They use the umbrellas to keep themselves from burning from the sun. The sun is always
This is a beautiful beach.
from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Here, look at that.
You can
We're
get
going
burned
here
easily.
in just a little bit.
Not the sun.
We'll get out to that island. That's about what,
It's not like
4 or 5 miles.
getting a tan
The sun.
in the U.S. There's too much sun directly overhead.
Get out there.
They would burn to a crisp.
We are in Katarman, Samar, Philippines. In the Visayas. It's awesome. Look at that. This beach goes for a mile.
Back to the beach. Yeah, there's too much sun. You gotta have an umbrella to stop from burning. The outrigger boats. Those things are fantastic. Yeah, the hardest thing when you first come here, the hard thing is to get used to the heat. Yeah, if you don't like more than 70 degrees, you don't want to come here.
Yeah.
70 degrees is cold
Yeah,
here.
baby, yeah.
It's not very often that it goes that low. More food! This is not even the boodle. This is breakfast the next day. Food, all over the place. No, they're outdoors. They don't have fans outdoors. I lost my place. Oh, I have too many windows. What the hell happened? Here we are. Okay. I had too many extra windows open. I didn't know where they were. Yeah, fans are usually indoors. We have an outdoor fan, but it's in the kubo, so it's not really. It's still underneath the cover. You would have a heat stroke. I'm used to it now. I don't. Yeah, you gotta live a little bit differently. Lots of water. You'll find out that you were never drinking enough water. We got the aircon on right now. If you look up, you see it right there up on the wall. So it's nice and cool. My feet are actually cold. Yeah, if you want to run a fan all day or for 12 hours or whatever it is, you're going to have an electric fan. You're going to want to plug it. They're cheap here too. Fans are not priced like in America where you don't really need it. Some blocks of ice. You get the bags of ice. They're like a little block, but it's bags, and when they're frozen, it's like a rock, like a brick, in this plastic bag. But when you smash it, it breaks into pieces. So that's usually what they do here. And we get several electric fans. What do we get? Like 4 of them, honey? The stand-up ones? We get one up in the bedroom, one down here, right there.
5.
One out in the kubo, and there's 2 more.
5.
Well, there's like 5 of them, so. I used to rough it, sort of had fans, but no aircon at one point. Relied on the fans and open it, yeah. But it's muggy here a lot of times. Some parts of the year aren't as muggy and hot as others. The rain is actually a lifesaver, because there's no sun, so it can't be as hot here. It's got to be in the 80s right now because it's midday, so it's probably in the low 80s. Actually, could find out. So what time is it? It's 1:37 here in the afternoon. It is 82 degrees. So it's cool. That's actually cool here. If it goes down to like 3 more degrees to 79, that would be kind of cold. I think the coldest I've ever had it since in 5 years. It's been like 73. It's right around there, 70, 73, and that's overnight. If I want a vacation, I dump sand in my driveway and sit a beach chair on top of it. I used to go on the roof in the city. Like that was my beach day. Throw like a some kind of blanket or bed cover, the sheet, the coverall out on the second floor, maybe over the kitchen roof a little bit, not as high, and then we'd just sit out there and have a Coke or a Pepsi or something. It's like that's our beach day. I was young then. Art of War, Rob, you have allergies because you don't get out. You gotta get out and play in the dirt. You hear the old commercial, I scraped my elbows, put some dirt on it. Believe it or not, I haven't been on vacation in years. Yeah, when I was working, when I got my job at the hotel in Boston, I went 4 years without a vacation. And that was from 2010 to 2014. So in January of 2014, I came here to Quezon City. Well, first I came to Malate by the bay, Manila Bay, for like 2 or 3 days, and then I went up to Quezon City. And stayed there for the rest of the whole time I was here. Awesome. Yeah, that was awesome. And then I thought when I went home, they said, how was it? I said, wonderful. I'm going back. Like the day I got back to Boston, I said, I'm going back. I had to. So all I did was play in the dirt. I think allergies come from not having something or not. I don't know how many natural allergies there are. Like peanut allergy. If I eat peanut butter sandwich, I'll choke to death. I don't understand that. But that's all. I would just say that I don't understand that. You can kill someone with a peanut butter sandwich. Really? What are you going to tell them? It's chopped liver? It's pate. Try my pate. It's peanut butter. You die. Oh, I'm going to make a comedy movie. Try my wife's pate. It's awesome. Take a bite. Ah, you die. It's peanut butter. Oh, how funny can you get? Yeah, we used to play on the dirt football. We didn't know what artificial turf was back in the 70s, 1971, 72. It's like, we're playing on the dirt. We used to play tackle football. Sometimes it was touch. You touch the guy, he's tackled. And then it was flag. We didn't play much flag, but then we played real tackle on the dirt, no pads, and just like friendly tackling. You had to tackle the guy, but there wasn't any like broken faces or anything. You were born in the '79, so you were born in the '70s. I was born in '57, so I remember the '60s as a boy. But '70s was really because I was 13 in '70, and then in '77 I turned 20. So in the beginning of '77 I was still 19. 19. Old enough to get drafted. But they stopped the draft right before I was 18. Like right before my 18th birthday, they stopped the draft. You didn't have to come inside until the street lights came on, and then you better be home. That's all your parents had to tell you. Stay out until the street lights come on, and then you better be in this house. Mofo. Yeah, dial. It was rotary dial phone. That was it. You had to dial it all out. It took a while. If you had a lot of nines in your phone number, it took a while. Nines and zeros. 798 7998. It'd take you all day to dial that. What's a notary phone? You mean rotary? Oh, yeah, we all had rotary phones back in the 70s. Remember the old phone on the wall in the kitchen? That was with the big long cord. Always got tangled up. It would just like tangle up to pull. You could pull the receiver down the hall, hide in the bathroom, well, bedroom or whatever. Who's on the phone? When I first got internet, it was dial-up. Honey, you on the phone? I want to go online. Nobody had any idea what to do. You would go fishing a lot. Did you have a river or a lake? Because we had a river, and we fished when we were kids. I never lived next to a lake. There was always a river. Or we would go, then when I got older, we would go to the ocean. Paper cut phones those worked. You could use it. You had the shirt button, the string. You had to pull it tight, but you don't want to break the cup, so not too tight. String in a cup, yeah, and talk. Hey, what's up? You can hear it. It worked. You could still do that. I haven't done it since I was like 8, but maybe 9. I'll never forget those football games. I was 16 by then, so. But full tackle. If someone caught the ball downfield, you had to tackle them. But there was no intent to injure, though. There was nothing like that. But it was still. I'm surprised that we didn't get hurt. My brother kept playing into his 20s, and then they started getting hurt because they were taking shots at each other. They broke my brother's jaw. He says, I was already tackled. Someone came in way after the play and smashed my face with his elbow. He's a good guy, though. He's my friend. No, he's not. Friendly at times, that's about it. Walkie-talkies. Yeah, we had those. One kid would have them. Not all the kids didn't have them, but one kid would have 2, and then, let me try it. Let me try it. I remember on Christmas, one of my younger brother got a bow and arrow for Christmas. Well, the real arrow, not a suction cup, a real arrow. And my sister went, I'm going to try it first. It wasn't even her gift. And she said, I'm going to try it first. And she goes, and broke. It broke. That was the end of it. One try. It's like, what the fuck is that? A real arrow? And it wouldn't even hold itself. It's like, man, what did you pay for that? $1? I got it at the dollar store. That was back in the 60s. Keepers? I don't even know what a keeper is. I had a girlfriend. She was a keeper. My new girlfriend is a keeper, too. I married her twice. We have 3 wedding dates. 3 wedding dates. We're coming up on 2 hours, guys. Right, 5 seconds it'll be 2 hours right on the nose. Set off the alarms. Beep. There you go, 2 hours. I didn't expect to do. I thought it was even go 45, 50 minutes. I don't know why we do this. It's still windy and rainy like heck. The rain won't stop. This is like 2 days of non-stop rain. It usually rains hard, then it stops, and then like 5 hours later it rains again. Beepers back in the day was that you could beep, you could page someone, they would beep, and then it would be a number on display, and then they would call you back. But it was only a way to say call this number, and then you could punch in your number, and it would beep for them, and they would look at it and they would say, okay, I'll call that number. Then they would run to a payphone or a phone if they were at an office, they could, or whatever. They could go to their phone, a phone, and call you on the number on your beeper. Yeah, no need for that anymore. Cell phones took that away, and then the smartphone. Yep, you could page someone and beep them, and then some people called it a pager, but it's the same thing. And you could page them. When you page them, you just dial in your number, and then they get beeped, and then they know who to call. Yep, it was just as exciting as a smartphone. Now the smartphones have everyone brainwashed. Yeah, not allowed. A communication device, not allowed. I think they're still not allowed in schools. They don't allow smartphones in the school, right? They lose it. They can't bring that in school. That's good. That's a good thing. It's just keep you brainwashed. It's just mindless shit. Doy doy doy. Ah, beep beep beep. Boing. That's all it is. My wife's hooked on it. That's how I know. You used to get your phone taken away. Like, put your phones in the box. We'd get it back when we go home. That's what my kids were up to. Phone in the box, in the back closet. At the end of the day, you get your phone back and then you go home. That was the rule, as far as I knew. The cell phone towers? Yeah, my brother-in-law, my wife's sister's husband, back in the 90s, he was like a tech geek, and he intercepted the cell phone towers and said, Jay, cell phones are great, except if you have certain equipment, you can intercept all the calls, and you know what people are talking about. And that was just because he let me listen in. It's like, he goes, we'll just do this for a minute. I don't want to know anyone's business, but I'm just going to show you that this really works. And we, and there's a lot of like, hey Joe, what's he doing today after work? You'd hear a phone call. It's like, oh shit. Good thing it's not dirty talk. They think it's drug dealing. It didn't start with 5G. It started with like 1G. The old flip phones. I don't know about any funny business by the teachers, but yeah, the wise guys, if you bust the teacher's balls, they're gonna bust your balls. Now it's like you're not allowed to. The kids are allowed to bust balls, and then the parents can't. And me calling in my meds. Don't take medicine. What are you taking medicine for? My mother's 90. I said, Ma, you don't need any prescriptions. You don't. Yes, I do, Jay. I gotta listen to my doctor. Ma, your doctor told you not to eat broccoli. It gives me pain because you're full of putrefaction. You gotta get rid of that. They don't want to fix your problems. They want to keep you on drugs so that they can keep you as a patient and charge you. That's the deal. They're not taking a Hippocratical oath. They're, yeah, they want you alive. That first, don't kill them. They want you alive, but they want to keep you as a patient. Like, that is a known fact. Doctors they don't heal anybody. When they give you surgery, they're not healing you. They're just making something better so that you don't struggle anymore. or as much. You don't struggle as much. Doctors learn how to prescribe pills safely so that that doesn't instantly kill you. And then you need to be a doctor to know how drugs work. Really? Those books are only like 25, $30. You know, the drug book. Everything you ever wanted to know about prescription drugs right here in this book. You know, I bought it for my wife because she wanted it. So I bought it for a Christmas gift. It didn't make me a doctor. It doesn't make you a doctor. You got to go to medical school for that. Just like reading a verse in the Bible doesn't mean God isn't true because you don't like it. Ah, it's just make believe. It's all fucked up shit. It's like because you're stupid. It's not because you're smart. It's because you're stupid. You can't read a prescription drug book and become a doctor. You don't understand it. So therefore, you can't understand anything without help. I mean, anything that's real, like real learning. They want you on drugs. They want you to come back so they can charge you for an office visit, is really what they want. And sometimes, some drugs, they get kickbacks if they prescribe enough of it. So that is true. Doctors get kickbacks, like income from the pharmaceutical companies. It's called Big Pharma. That is true. And it's business. If you work for like a clinic or something, and you're a doctor, and you don't follow that protocol, they'll get rid of you. They don't want you to keep people too long. They want them in and out with a new prescription. Now, sometimes a doctor can't prescribe something more than twice, you know, like pain pills and stuff like that. So they do have to be careful, but there are things that they can keep you on forever. I had to stop taking Montelukast because the pill caused hallucinations. Yeah. What kind of a drug is that? Is that like a, I don't want to guess, but yeah, there's certain protocols doctors have to. They don't have carte blanche. A doctor cannot prescribe pain medication to himself. It has to be another doctor, and they have to follow protocols. Oh, and there are cops out there that'll drag you into court to have your license stripped. Allergy pill, really? Yeah, I don't want to make too many medical comments. Because YouTube doesn't like that when you do that, so that's not what I'm doing. I'm not prescribing anything. I would prescribe not to take pills, is what I would do. Including those recreational drugs. I don't prescribe that either. And I don't advocate for it either. Nausea? How often do you have nausea? And what causes it? Blood pressure. I would advocate not to take high blood pressure medication either. My brother was doing that. High blood pressure. I said, and then finally I said, you don't need that. And he goes, yeah, I know, I'm going to stop. You don't need, before I left America, 10 years ago, they told me I had slightly elevated blood pressure and I need to watch out for it. Now, 10 years later, my blood pressure's back to normal. America causes high blood pressure. It's the bullshit. You put up with it every day, especially if you're still working, or if you're seeing doctors in hospitals all the time, or if you're married to someone that's nagging you. You're stressed out. Or if your family is like involved in your life, you're stressed. They'll stress you out, especially if your cousins and the people on the outside fringes, your in-laws. It'll stress you out. There's always a couple of retards in every family. America is in trouble. Trouble. Yeah, you got to stop taking pills. Because you don't need them. If you I can't imagine anyone that likes pain pills just to get high and feel good. I can't imagine that. That's why they make wine. You don't need drugs. The wine wears off, and then you're okay in about a day. Doctors are fast about putting up you on pills if you say you had one mild symptom of something. Yeah, you're telling the doctor what to give you. When you go see a doctor, you tell them what your problem is, and then they're going to prescribe something to keep you satisfied. The only thing, don't you avoid stressful people? What? Wait. Doctors are there to prescribe you something. I went to a doctor and I went, I get pain here and I can't sleep. And she asked me what my activity was. I said, well, I carried a bunch of air conditioners from the second floor down past the first floor into the basement. And then I did 20 push-ups and 40 arm curls or whatever. She goes, don't do that. And I said, no, I have a serious job and I need to be rested and bright-eyed and cheery in the morning. She goes, hold on. 5 minutes later, she comes back with 3 prescriptions because she knew I was serious and not fucking around. Like, a lot of people go to the doctor and they just want pain pills, for recreation. And she realized that I had a serious job where I needed to get a rest, so she prescribed it for me. But then I stopped. And, I didn't want to keep doing that. 9 hours for an allergic reaction. What? You're allergic to America. Americans think I'm crazy. It's like, well, when you leave America, immediately you think, well, they don't do that in America. Why do we have to do it here? And then after a few months, it's like it all starts to make sense. It's like America's the place where everything is done wrong. First thing I thought when I got here, they eat backwards. They have the big meal for breakfast, and then the lunch isn't so big, and then dinner is light. And I thought, that's backwards. America's backwards. You're not supposed to have a heavy dinner, especially as you get older. You're supposed to eat your most fat and protein in the morning, and then in the afternoon, late afternoon, whatever, you have like a salad or something. Withdrawal effects on antidepressant. So now you gotta get off the withdrawal problem. Yeah, you actually don't need that. Pinched nerve pain. My doctor called it a compressed nerve, but it's pinched nerve. I had that, but you gotta relieve the stress, the physical stress that's causing it. Yeah, pinched nerve pain. But you need a pain pill for that. You can't keep doing that. You can't keep doing that. So you got to get, and then mine went away pretty quickly. Well, it took about a month. Oh, so I got a refill because I said, well, I still have it. So they said, you can only have one refill, and I did. You get like 30, you get a month's worth. I took exactly 2, and there was 28 left. Sometime later, months later, I looked in the medicine cabinet and I went, this bottle is still there? There's only one left. And I realized my wife was taking them. And she didn't finish them. There was one left. And I'm like, what the? If I knew that, I would have dumped it out. And then she had all kinds of problems. There was all kinds of problems from that, which I won't get into right now. But when I came here, I knew I wasn't going back. But you know that you can never say never. So I said, well, it's most likely I am not, because I came here with plans on not coming back, going back. But then I realized it was better than I thought, because I thought it was going to be different. But it was better than that, and I thought, there's no way I'm going back. Especially with the a-holes in my family. It's like they want to criticize the way I'm living, but they weren't there for me when I was there. I couldn't believe it. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. They're all living a lie. They have all this money, they think they're rich, but there's no savings because your bills cost everything you make. Everyone thinks they need cable TV and expensive phone bills and all this crap. You need to keep up with the Joneses. You got to have a new car. That's draining your money. You have to learn how to ignore everything. Especially, you don't need cable TV just to keep up with the Joneses. Like, you don't have the movie channel. Movies are all make-believe. And it's all BS. And news is all fake. So you don't need it. You don't need liars telling you what you need to do, what you're dealing with. You don't need that. And that's where Democrats come in. They've all been lied to all their lives. $500 for every doctor. Stop doing that. What is wrong with you? Now, I'm not saying that there's absolutely nothing wrong with you, but I'm wondering what the heck it is. If you're being told by doctors that you always have something wrong with you, maybe you need to rethink, is that really wrong with me? Are these things really a problem? My doctor gives me vitamin D3 and only gives me one refill each time. It's 50,000 UI. What's a UI? And I take one a week, but the doctor only gives one refill at a time, only 4 pills each time because they want to see me. Vitamin D3? I had to have. There was a bump here, and it turned out to be a benign cyst, which I had to have cut out. And when they diagnosed it, it wasn't time for the surgery. I had to wait like 4 days. And the doctor said, "What do you take for pills? Whether it's for sex, for health, for insanity, pain, whatever it is, aspirins, what do you take?" I said, "Well, I take a multivitamin and I take a B complex vitamin. That's it." They said, "Stop the B complex vitamin. Don't take anything except your all-purpose vitamin. Just take one main vitamin and stop the B complex vitamins." They didn't even want me taking that. It was B12, B6, B3. It was the B complex, those three. So they said, you don't need that." He said it right away too. Didn't even think about it. They bill my insurance. It's all about the money. Therapist is cheaper than the doctor. It's weird but true. You take B12. You don't need it. You don't need it. Just eat food with vitamin. See, Norma always says, my wife, "This is good for you. This is good for you." All food is good for you. All non-packaged food, like all fruits, because Philippines is tropical fruit city. All the tropical fruits come from here. And she's eating all of them. We grow a lot of them. We grow right here in the yard. Peppers, you name it. All these foods are good for me. Potatoes. I need potatoes. It's got potassium. All this stuff. It's like, but you don't need all of it. You don't. Any one of them are good enough for you. You don't need all of them. Especially oranges. There's too much sugar. What food fixes brain fog? Stop eating carbs. You don't need too many carbs. I would say get back to natural foods. Like, we were told in America, the big lie, part of the big lie, that steak, eggs, butter, and coffee are no good for you, which was one of the biggest lies we were ever told. Steak, eggs, butter, pure butter, real butter, and black coffee, no sugar, no cream, are good for you. The thing you don't want to do is start taking, like, fruit juices. So, brain fog? Maybe get away from all the packaged foods. Anything in a bag or a box that has a label on it telling you that it's the food guideline, you don't need that. Cooked vegetables and fruits, that's okay. But as you get older, you don't need the whole gamut of fruit. You only need one or two. You don't need like loads and loads of all the different fruits. It's not bad to eat some of it, but you don't need all of it, like all the time. You don't need that. I basically just eat beef and chicken, a little bit of fish, because there's so much fish here. Some of the fish is good, but I don't like fish. Like when we went to Samar on the beach, eel is delicious. We had eel. One of the fishes was eel, delicious, but too many bones. And one of them was lapu lapu. I like that. There's some bones in it, but I really like that one, and it's the big one. The big, it had some red in it. That's beautiful. But yeah, just get away from all the packaged foods, and you won't have brain fog. It's hard though. It's hard to get away from the packaged foods because you get addicted to it. It's called the sugar addiction. A lot of starches and carbs turn to sugar in your body, and that's a problem. It's a huge problem. You get addicted to it, and then you even if you wanted to, it's hard to stop. I did that. I emptied my refrigerator. Everything on the door shelves, I got rid of all the ranch dressing and I am forgetting what I got rid of, but it was like everything in a jar or a bottle. I got rid of it. All the things that go along with food, all the condiments, everything. I got rid of it. And then all I had was, for months, all I ate was like fish or chicken or steak and a green vegetable. A high catabolic vegetable. Low catabolic vegetables are good too. Cabbage is the best vegetable you can eat. But a lot of people don't know that cabbage is a large family of food. Asparagus and broccoli and Brussels sprouts are all cabbage, and bok choy and bok choy that's all cabbage. So it's good. If you're eating the right fish, you don't need to worry about mercury poisoning. That is a big lie. Americans are being lied to about good food. Finding a fish with a high mercury level is like finding a boat that sank. I get that a lot from Americans. They believe in something that isn't true. I mean, they believe it's true because they're told, but because you don't realize you're being lied to. The farmer's market. That's just what they call city food. I'm laughing because it doesn't stop. We used to grow our own tomatoes. My first wife and I. Every year we would plant tomatoes by May 1, and then we would end up with like 300 tomatoes by the end of the summer. And we did that a lot, but we knew we were growing them, so we didn't have to worry about what they were doing, in the process of getting it to market. Yeah, it's about how you grow them, though. It's not about anything else. And organic food is another big lie. Maybe it is organic, but it's not really anything. That's what Americans say. Well, what's wild? It's expensive to eat healthy, and it's cheap to eat stuff that shortens. How do you know it shortens lifespan? They're just telling you that so you'll pay more money. That's a big lie. Now, that doesn't mean all food's gonna be healthier than not. Because I see in the Philippines, some people they won't eat. Like, I don't like beef, so you don't have to give me a piece of beef, which is also in hamburgers. So, but it's because they can't afford it. They don't want to get used to it because they know they're not going to be able to buy their own. It's like you can't think that way. Or I'm trying to think of an example. But they just, if your food is shortening your lifespan, you're probably not even eating food. You're eating chips and cookies and which is delicious, but it won't make you feel good. I had too many Oreos the other day. I had like, and I didn't eat that many, but it was too much, and then I didn't feel good after that. Freshwater bluegills are good, yeah. Fresh? We only eat seafood here. Well, there is fresh fish because we have one of the world's largest lakes, but I would rather have the outside seafood, the saltwater. Southern Maryland. Yeah, pizza's not the best food because they're using, well, it's bread. Pizza's mostly bread, so it's not good for you. It's nice to have a slice of pizza, but it can't be your main, 50% of your diet. It's not necessarily calories. Broccoli has one serving of broccoli, officially one serving, has about 60 or 70 calories. But it requires you to burn more than that in order to digest it, and that's what you want. So if the food is giving you calories and it's not requiring you to burn calories, that's a problem. So that's the food that's shortening your lifespan, is food that doesn't require you to burn more calories than it gives you. Cabbage. Broccoli is a cabbage. It's high catabolic food. All cabbage is. I always wondered, why are Japanese people always thin in correct body weight, and how do they get nourished? All they're eating is bok choy. That's one of the highest catabolic foods there is. That's all you gotta do is you gotta look at the place. And there's stuff in the American bread that's hurting you. It's called GMOs. It's in milk. It's in the jugs of milk. That's why they don't allow raw milk. Because they want to fuck you over. Prime rib is good. I would rather have beef tenderloin or T-bone or something like that. But prime rib is okay. Any kind of beef is good for you. And the government tells you that's no good for you. They're lying. And the ones who swear to God they're not lying, right? They're not swearing to God, they're swearing to the devil because they don't know what the truth is. I used to like prime rib. I used to go out every Friday with my first wife to have prime rib and a bottle of wine. And it's awesome. I didn't even know I was eating the best food in the world. I just knew it made life good. And we weren't fat. We weren't even chubby. Yeah, the lasagna and the pizza, I would only eat that once in a while. I wouldn't even eat that every week. But beef and high catabolic green food is okay for you. It's good for you. So, but you don't need that much cabbage. You don't. You want a second helping of cabbage? No, I already had one serving. That's enough. You don't need to load your belly with like nothing but cabbage. It's too heavy. And then there's the garden salad, the green salad, the lettuce, tomato, and cucumber and onion, which is good for you. People say, that's no good for you. There's no value in it, like, because of the food guidelines. That ain't true. That's some of the best food you can eat. Carrots cooked in butter. That's not a... Carrots are more of a starchy food, but they're good for you. They're not bad. You don't need to eat too much of it, though. But butter, anything cooked in butter is good. It's good to use butter. Real butter, which you've been lied to about because they say it's no good for you, and because they want to sell all the margarines and all the fake butter, which is no good for you. And that's the stuff that's shortening your lifespan. Oh, because it's poison. It's not poison that will kill you, but if you eat too much of it, it's going to catch up to you. And that's why you're on prescription pills. It's because all that food took its toll on you. So you're not even sure what's good for you or bad for you. And it's not your fault. You've been lied to. They're liars. They're lying thieves, and that's how they want to lower the population so they can have a longer, because they think they're going to take the insert or the Neuralink and then they're going to have longer lives. It's absolutely absurd. Avoid a food called "can't believe it's not butter." I used to eat that because before I realized we were being lied to a long time ago. Tastes good. It's not going to, one bucket of that is not going to kill you, but when you eat it over 10 or 20 years, it's no good for you. That's the problem. People eat all these foods that are really no good for them, and they think that good food is bad for them. And that's what's killing them, and they don't even know it because they've been lied to. Basically, a simpler diet is best because then you don't have to worry what you're eating. All you need is beef, butter, eggs, and coffee. That's all you need. And the occasional piece of broccoli. Or maybe a piece of fruit. But you don't need to have like buckets of fruit. Can't believe it's not butter is margarine. That's all. It's not butter. So, I would not have that as a rate. We only buy butter here. We don't eat margarine. It's a tad more expensive, but you got to have good food. If you cut out all the bullshit, you'll have money for good food. Old cooking, yeah, your grandmother's recipes. Now, we buy bacon in it. I'm going to tell you a secret about bacon. Don't buy maple cured bacon. Almost all the bacon in America is like, it's got sugar in it. Maple is sugar. It's natural, but it's still sugar. We buy the uncured bacon. It's real meat. And that's what you should be doing. You got to get rid of the sweet tooth. I think they call it uncured. It's uncured bacon that we buy, right? Is that what they call it? She's not listening. She's watching something. So, cabbage and bacon and onions and green peppers are good together, cooked down. Coffee without cream and sugar. We only drink, I don't know if you can see it, but it's almost gone, but it's black coffee. I only drink black espresso Americano coffee. That's it. The fine grind coffee with extra water. That's it. No cream, no sugar. I don't even buy sugar. We buy sugar for our guests. They want to put sugar in their coffee. But get the pure, untreated bacon, the uncured bacon. There's no maple sweetener in it. It's just bacon. People aren't eating real food. And then you're being told that real food is no good for you. I drink coffee all the time. I drink coffee at 7 o'clock at night. And then I go to sleep at 11. I lie down at 10:30, quarter of 11, I'm asleep. I'll sleep. Yeah. If you're fasting, yeah, black coffee can help. Because it makes your stomach feel like you get... Water and coffee are good for you. Water is the best liquid you can drink. And coffee, I like a little wine. Wine is actually good for you. If you don't OD on it. Peaches and watermelon. The watermelon is called pakwan here. Norma loves it. It's good for you. Yeah, it's good for you, but you don't need like 50 fruits every day. You don't, because it's too much sugar. I said, a lot of food is good for you unless you eat all of it, and then it's no good. It's no good for you because you shouldn't eat that much. You're not supposed to eat that much. That's why you're supposed to fast, like, I don't know, every so often. They said, no, we should fast once a month. And we should. Should not. As you get older, you can't be fat or you'll have problems. So the stuff that's shortening your lifespan is probably high in the sugars and the carbs. Carbs, you don't need, they're not necessary. You don't need carbs at all. Like bread, pizza, lasagna, pasta, all that stuff. Ice cream, no good for you. We get our bacon from the farmers. If it's maple flavored, it's no good for you. As long as you have your water, water and coffee and stuff like that, that's good. Have you lost all your extra weight? That's a key question because that could be why you have all these allergies. People that are on a high carb diet always have allergies, especially in America because you milk, which everyone drinks milk in America. It's made with GMOs. It's no good for you. Oh, we're GMO free. No, you're not. You're a liar. So if you buy the bacon in the package, it's no good for you because it's maple cured. It's no good for you. We get the uncured bacon. It comes right off the bone, and there's no process. It's not processed. It's just pure meat. That's high in fat, but fat is actually good for you if you don't screw it up with other bad foods. That's another lie. Fat's not the problem. It's all the other shit that they're selling you in the meat. $13 for milk? You don't need it. Tell them you don't want it. Well, I need milk for my coffee. No, you don't. I actually started drinking black coffee when I ran out of cream and sugar and milk and sugar. I said, I gotta have my coffee. And I had a donut, and I dipped the donut in the coffee, and that sugar fell in the coffee. So then I stopped eating the donut, and then I just had black coffee. $13 for a half a gallon of milk? Really? Is American full of retards? It's the liars that are the retards. I don't mean the consumers. I mean the friggin' liars. Because YouTube ain't helping anybody. Oh no, we're not the news. We just let you post the news. Yeah, really. 5 years ago, it's like you can't say anything. What the fucking hell am I doing here? If I can't say anything. Well, because you're not real news. You got to be ABC, NBC, CBS, and CNN. The four liars, and MSNBC, the fifth liar. They're the biggest liar. Because they don't have any morals, and they're all in gay marriages. That's how you know. Sorry, YouTube. I know you're on their side. You're the globalist. That's how you know they're liars. They're all liars. The biggest liars on the planet Earth. Google and YouTube, the biggest liars on planet Earth. And then all the people that support them, and they don't know why. They don't have any idea which way is wrong. I would tell everyone on Earth to stop buying that milk and let them not make any money. And then raw milk will be legal again. It's big money, that's why. Ham hocks. As long as ham is processed, I love ham, but it's processed, so you got to be careful with that. It's good. So You don't want sweet ham. I hate that. Easy to get strikes. I had one strike. I posted something that had someone didn't like it. It had a piece of their material in it that they copyrighted, and they didn't like it, so I got a strike. That was it. That took like 5 years, 4 years to get that strike. It's gone now, but it just upset me because there was only like 8 seconds. It was inside my video. I was like, really? And they didn't like it. Fat is good, but you don't want too much fat. You want more protein than fat, because. But a little bit of fat is good for you. It's not bad for you until you start eating. You can't just eat all fat. That won't be good. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. No, I don't buy milk at $13. I'm not buying. What's that? $26 a gallon? I'm not buying that. It shouldn't be any more than $4 a gallon or $3. But I wouldn't even buy that. I don't drink milk anymore. Democrat now is communist. The Democrats are communism. That is communism. Socialism just means you're voting to choose it, and then once it gets in there, it's not going to change. Communism never goes away by itself. You'll have to come in with military force, and that's not going to happen with the United States. It's the military-industrial complex, and America's in trouble right now, and people don't see it. If you're taking prescriptions and following along with their food guidelines, you're killing yourself. In the name of eating healthy, you're killing yourself. Democrats are the communists. For them, it's power. Money, it's money and power. All the money's going to them, and that brings them power. And they're going to try to take over the world, and then the end will come. It's already been written. There's nothing I can do about it, and I'm happy with it. You're buying government milk. All milk is government sanctioned. All. Because you can't sell raw milk, you'll go to jail. You can't even make it for yourself. They don't even want you to do that. They'll take all your milk and dump it and throw you in jail. It's like they'll treat you like a murderer. Because they think you're murdering people. It's not pasteurized. We have a problem with it. Why? You want everyone dead. Why do you have a problem with that? It's absurd. America is absurd. And I'm not blaming Donald Trump. He's trying to stop it, and he's in too deep. Because he's over 80, and it's almost over for him. Yeah, he'll fix it temporarily. He's making temporary fixes, and it'll turn around again because people are retarded. The majority is retarded. Really, I didn't know prices were going crazy. You don't need it. Why would anyone pay crazy prices for milk? You don't need it. I used to love milk, the 2%, and I would buy it all the time. It's like, I don't even drink it now. Because you don't need it. You need water. America gets addicted to something, and then the prices go crazy. And then you're told, you can't have the alternative. We'll shoot you down for that. America is the Gestapo communist, authoritarian regime that everyone cries that Russia is. It's like, that ain't true. Russia's not America's enemy. China is. But America shoots themselves in the foot morning, noon, and night. Almond milk? Yeah, it's good, I guess. If you don't like fat in your food, in your milk. The milk fat is good, but it tastes good. Not everything that tastes good is good for you, though. American milk has GMOs in it. And people don't realize, you gotta realize that. When I first found that out, I said, I don't care, I like it. But it's different now. It's like, that's no good for you. That's why everyone's got things wrong with them. Because you're living off this food that's no good for you. Think back, if you were in the first century, would you be drinking GMO milk? No, you would be drinking goat's milk. But they don't want you to do that because raw milk is illegal in the United States. Well, everything was cheaper years ago, so you got to put it in perspective. But it is out of whack. Why would you want to pay that kind of money for something you don't need? That's like here in the Philippines, I don't drink liquor, but we have liquor for sometimes we have company. A lot of times. So we give it to them, but they would prefer to drink Filipino liquor, which is cheaper. American liquor is overpriced because of taxes. Here, a fifth of Bacardi is like $25 or more. Here, a fifth of Filipino rum is like a fucking $1.50. What are you gonna drink? I got a pint, like years ago, a half pint of rum for 50 cents. $1. It was $1. 50 pesos, $1. A pint was like $1.75. But I had to stop drinking liquor because I'm too old for that now. It's no good for me. All I drink, I don't even drink beer anymore. I only drink wine. Red wine, not the sweet wine. I hate sweet food. Three cans of Four Loko. What's that? Who wants to get drunk fast? I don't want to get drunk fast. Then I'll have to go to sleep. I can't function drunk. I gotta sleep when I'm drunk. Nowadays, if you want to... What is that? What the heck is 3 cans of Four Loko? What? %, 14%. What's ABV? I'm trying to figure that out. I don't go by that, so I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, the Filipino liquors are cheap because they're not taxed as much. American liquor is taxed up the yin-yang, through the roof. It's unbelievable. It's more, the tax is more than the liquor itself. Oh, alcohol by volume. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, that makes sense. That makes total sense. But it's just they tax the things that we're addicted to because they know you're going to buy it. Like milk. I don't understand why Americans are all addicted to milk. I don't get it. I used to like it, but now that I know it's like they won't stop the GMOs and Coke and Pepsi, all those soda pops, there's no sugar in them. There is in the Philippines, but in America, it's high fructose corn syrup. Coke here is made with real sugar. And it's cheap. That's what I can't understand. Because in America, they can get away with it. High fructose corn syrup is allowed. It's allowable. But here, it's not allowed. Because it's not good for you. So if you like Coke or Pepsi or root beer or whatever it is, that's not good for you. No good. Fruit flavored drink that's strong. Yeah, fruit. There's fruit here that makes alcohol. I mean, there's alcohol here that's made with fruit. Yeah, that's true. Someone gave us a gift. It was a bottle of wine. It wasn't in a wine bottle. It was in a big jug, and it was made from coconut trees. Coconut wine. It was I didn't drink it, but all the boys loved it. Yeah, you should not drink soda, especially in America. It's made with high fructose corn syrup. That is ruining your body. Ruining your body. I don't mean like if you have a little couple of six sips of soda, that's gonna kill you. But if you're always drinking soda, American soda, in the long run, it's no good for you. I never saw a skinny person drinking diet soda. But it's not just diet soda. Fake sugar is bad for you. That's what's causing cancer and stuff. That's why everyone's sick. I had a cook tell me once, you and the boss, I was the controller, and then I had a boss, the general manager. He goes, you're the only two that don't drink soda. Everyone else has soda for lunch because it's free. It was included as part of the benefit of working there. I had a chef tell me, we shouldn't give such good meals to the employees who are losing money. I said, no, we're not. That comes out of a separate budget. Your cost of food has nothing to do with the employee meals. You're just you are asked to cook it because that's what we owe the employees for their service, and you can't take it away from them. It's not coming out of your food cost. We calculate for that. He goes, I never knew that. I never thought of that. You didn't know. Ginger ale is good. Yeah, but the way they make the sweetener is no good. They're not using sugar. They're using high fructose corn syrup, which a small amount's not killing you, but the accumulative amount of that type of sugar is beating down your body. Your body shouldn't be working like that to process those fake sugars, the high fructose corn syrup. And it's hard to burn those calories too. Yeah. Caffeine. Caffeine's not killing you like you think it is. It's not like the high fructose corn syrups and all that stuff. When you had enough caffeine, you stop it. You stop. You have a cutoff. You don't want any more. You can control that, but everyone likes caffeine until it's time to come down, and then that's a different story. Honey, we're coming up on 3 hours, and I'm coming up on being hungry. We need food. Give me money. Give me money. Everybody wants money. But everyone wants even more to spend all their money. I know. So all these foods, we don't even pay attention to it. It's like American soda is all high fructose corn syrup with a little flavor. At least in the Philippines, it's real sugar. It's not allowed to have high fructose corn syrup here. And then you look at the ingredients. Sometimes it's corn syrup. No, corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, and then fructose. It's like all three. I don't know the differences, but I know it ain't good for you. It's because it's making your body work for nothing. And then it's giving you calories that you can't burn because it's harder to burn high fructose corn syrup than it is to burn sugar. But it's allowed and it's cheaper in America, so they do it. And they get away with it. And all your food is bad for you. And then those are the foods they tell you that are good for you. Like, no one thinks milk is bad for them because they've been told milk's the best food you can eat. It's better than a banana. That's what you're told. It's unbelievable. So with that, coming up on 3 hours, and I gotta find a way to get some food in here because we're like, our housekeeper has been on for a couple days, and it's raining. We cook outside, and it's raining so hard it's like all slippery out there. So I gotta go. I'm gonna say goodbye, guys. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for hanging out. See you later.